Okay, so on to the next track in Vicky's Inner Soul Wordscapes 535 mini-series. Yet again a mouthful, but it is what it is, man. This one over here is Isaac Gracie. I don't know if we've ever done Isaac Gracie. I don't know, you guys know. I mean, I don't think so. I don't think I've ever done Isaac Gracie. If I have, let me know down below. But I don't think so. I don't think Vicky would actually give me a track that I've already listened to. This is Silhouettes of You. Now, we started off in a very chilled fashion. Love that first track by Greg Laswell. For those of you who are only joining now, I suggest you go back and start from there. And let's rock and roll, man. Let's see what we've got over here. Let's go.
Yeah. Ooh, that's my vocal. There we go. Oh.
I light the fuse, and I watch it burn.
Vicky's taste in music
and
is so good.
Somewhere deep inside I know there's a lesson to be learned. It's not the crime, but the way that we pay for feelings unmutual. And you go upstairs and I hang my head. Somebody said I let myself down as I crawled into bed. I wondered why the hell I'd ever paid for feelings unmutual.
Wow.
I'm tired of living in the shadow.
This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful song. For me, it just speaks to a relationship that's kind of fallen apart. And it's like sad. It's like almost like he's sleeping. It's almost like he feels like it's his fault. Like he's letting himself down in this relationship. But it's all completely depleted. But this line over here, these paper walls I can't break through. So there's basically nothing. There's nothing of substance there. There was no thick walls that sort of confined that relationship, that was strong, that kept it together, right? And even though these were like paper thin walls, there was literally nothing to them, right? Everybody could sort of like hear into their relationship, and there was nothing more profound to it. He can't even break through that. He feels like that has become so rigid. So it's a nice little like spin on that kind of thing, where it's like the relationship has become so fragile, but in its fragility, it's become hard. You know what I mean? So even though the paper walls are paper and they're thin, he still can't break through them. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. That's at least my interpretation. Let's go.
I can't break through. I'm sick of standing by your window, tracing silhouettes of you.
Shit.
When it gets dark, you light the spark.
See, so I kind of feel like it feels like he's the one who was at fault for this whole entire relationship falling apart. It's like, I'm sick of standing by your window. So it feels like she's moving on without him, right? And all he's seeing is silhouettes of her because he doesn't have her anymore, right? It's this idea, it's this image. Do you know what I mean? Come on, man. But when it gets dark, you light the spark, essentially, where it was like, now it's always dark, you know, because you're not there.
It's dark, you light the spark.
That's actually very clever. Like when you get dark, you light the spark, which inevitably would create the silhouette, right? So it's actually, in order for the silhouette to exist, she needs to be there because she creates the silhouette, because she lights the spark. She brings light to the room, which will cast that silhouette shadow, essentially. So that's actually pretty cool. I'm just thinking of it slightly differently, but you let me know.
You light the spark, and all the lies I try to live by start falling apart. Whoever knew that it could be so painful, feelings unmutual.
my anxiety, also great shot through the basketball hoop over there. My anxieties have promised me the worst is yet to come. But isn't that what anxieties always do? And it never pans out to be that way, right? We always sort of over-exaggerate what we think. It's not here yet, you don't know. But we over-exaggerate what we think is coming, and it always turns out to not be as bad. 9 times out of 10, it's never as bad as your mind plays it out to be, essentially. But again, taking responsibility for it, and he's saying the feelings are mutual. She just doesn't feel like that for me anymore, and I lost her, right? Which is a very painful thing. I mean, anyway, carry on.
Promise me the worst is to come, so give up living for the life that you paid for. Feelings unmutual.
Start living the life that you paid for. That's so clever, because it's kind of like you pay for what you get. You get for what you pay for, essentially. Do you know what I mean? So it's like if you went in on the cheap, if you were penny wise and pound foolish, that's what you're gonna get. Do you know what I mean? Come on, man.
Feelings unmutual. Have won. I'm tired of living in the shadow. These paper walls I can't break through. I'm sick of standing by your window. Tracing silhouettes of you.
Really beautiful song.
Tracing silhouettes of you.
Vicky's series are always so good for a Sunday. They always just get me in such a mellow mood, man. I love your playlists, Vicky. Seriously, I love your playlist. I think your last playlist that you gave me, I put it on my personal chilled playlist, right? Which I literally just let that shuffle through on like a Sunday or the weekend. And it's going to be likewise on these ones. I mean, it's really, really chilled.
Tracing silhouettes of you. Tracing silhouettes of you. Somewhere deep inside I know there's a lesson to be learned. It's not the crime.
I like that line over there. I didn't even realize it in the beginning. I like the fuse and watch it burn. So he basically, somewhere inside there is a lesson to be learned. Like, why do I keep lighting this fuse? Why do I keep destroying everything? Why do I keep lighting a fuse to this this explosive that I literally land up always? Like, he's got a very destructive personality, essentially, that he can't make the right choice. He can't keep that lighter away from that TNT. You know what I mean? So very cool. So obviously there's something in there. There's a lesson to be learned in there in terms of, like, obviously maybe it's something with me that I keep destroying everything. You know what I mean? Like that.
There's a lesson to be learned. It's not the crime, but the way that we pay.
I love that. It's not the crime, but the way we pay.
Unmutual.
The consequences are what hit the hardest, not the crime itself. Fire. Fire. That was a beautiful, beautiful song, man. That was a top-notch song. Absolutely loved that. You're just putting me in such a mellow mood, man. Seriously. Amazing. Let's get on to the very next one. Peace.